Hello again, everybody. We're here to pull cards for today. This is going to be for June the 10th. One card per sign. And we're just going to see what comes up. You may want to check your rising sign, your moon sign, as well as your sun sign. If you're interested in your love life, you may want to check your Venus sign. If you're interested in what could possibly be expanding, you may also want to check your Jupiter sign to see about the energies at play in your life today. Right off the bat, we are going to start with Aries. So Aries, what you have showing up is the Ace of Swords in reverse. Ace of Swords in reverse just means that there is somebody in your sphere of influence that you are passing along good information to. This could be anything from teaching a little one to tie their shoes to being the host or the hostess of a teleconference for 5,000 people. Is that technology even possible? Probably. I don't know for sure. But you get the point. You're passing along good information or advice to somebody in your sphere of influence, Aries. Up next, we have Taurus. Now, Taurus, you guys have the Seven of Cups showing up in reverse. Seven of Cups in reverse is telling me that you have been considering different ways that you could go about improving your life, and you have now settled on one of those ways, and you're focused on it and taking action towards that. Okay? That's for Taurus. Up next is Gemini's card. Gemini, you have the Princess of Cups showing up in reverse. This is telling me that there's something going on today that is distasteful to you, something that you would rather not be participating in, observing, or doing, whatever that might happen to be. Next up, we have Cancer. Cancer, Seven of Wands showing up in reverse. This is a card that tells me that you have let somebody know what your boundaries are, what your limits are, and they are trying to act like you never mentioned them just to see if you're going to let them ignore those boundaries or those limits and just run straight up over the walls, or if you're going to defend the boundaries and limits. And that, my dear, is up to you. Will you defend them, or will you let this person walk all over you? Leo, you're up next. We have Sir Nunos showing up for you. This is a card that talks about being called to be responsible. It's going to be really easy for you to act in some way that is not responsible today. Not responsible to others, but more importantly, not responsible to yourself. So this could be doing things that harm your own body, or doing things that harm relationships that you have, or doing things that harm your work performance. So this card really says the temptation is there to overindulge or to do something that is not helpful, not beneficial. Self-sabotage, that's the word I'm looking at. It's going to be really tempting for you to self-sabotage, and this card calls you to be more responsible than that, to avoid that self-sabotage and get around it. Do something more responsible. Next up, we have Virgo. Virgo, you've got the Nine of Pentacles. This is just telling me that you are spending the day very much enjoying your independence, your liberty, and your freedom. Whoop, whoop. Good for you, Virgos. Next up, we have Libra. So Libra, you have pretty much the opposite of Virgo. You have the Lover's card, and this is telling me that you are enjoying the benefits of some kind of partnership. This could be romantic, but it also could be something having to do with business, or even with a strong friendship, that you guys are collaborating on something together and seeing the results of that. But this card talks about seeing the results of a strong partnership, Libra. Next up is Scorpio. Scorpios, 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 my fellow Scorpios. We have the Ace of Wands. I think this is the second time we've got this card so far this month. Ace of Wands just talks about having some really good idea that we're excited to get off the ground. Something that has come to us, an inspiration that has us all fired up. Woot woot. All right, so next up we have Sagittarius. Sagittarius is showing up with the Queen of Cups. Sagittarius, I think that you are paying a lot of attention to your intuitive hits, your intuitive nudges today, and you're letting those guide you forward. I think that you're recognizing that there are things around you that may not be exactly as they seem to be, but your intuition is leading you in the right direction in spite of that. Your intuition is not off just because people are telling you things that are off. Up next we have Capricorn. Capricorns, you guys have the Four of Pentacles coming out in reverse. This just tells me that you are pulling something out of a stash. You're pulling money out of savings, or there's something that you had stashed back for a special event or a special time, and you're pulling that out. So pulling something out of savings or out of being stashed away, Capricorn. Next up is Aquarius. Aquarius, you've got the ladies showing up in reverse. What's going on with you, Aquarius? There's somebody in your life that you used to think very highly of. You may even have had feelings for them. And now I think on this day you're realizing that I think you're realizing you don't have the same feelings for them that you used to have before. In fact, those feelings may have flipped from love to hate. That's a strong word and a strong feeling. But I feel like those feelings have flipped. Or for some of you, it's not as strong as that, but you just don't have the same feelings for this person that you used to, Aquarius. Next up, let's look at Pisces. Pisces, you guys have the moon showing up in reverse. The moon in reverse just means that there's some kind of truth that is coming to the surface for you today, Pisces. And this is not a truth that you have to dig for. It's just going to come up organically to the surface for you to examine without you having to dig for it at all. Excuse me. So that's what I've got for y'all. Thank you very much for being here today. I really do appreciate it. I also appreciate all the thumbs ups and all the shares. Also, I appreciate those of you who are ordering private readings and private Reiki sessions with me. It is because of all of you guys' support that I get to do what I love to do for my living. So thank you very much. Everybody have a fantastic, wonderful, thrilling, and peaceful day. And if I don't see you here for a private between now and then, I will see you all on the next video. Peace out.